कुंज बिहारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा, जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा। नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, नित्य गौरा हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाग्रे। मूकं करोति वाचालं अंगं लङ्घयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवं। Hare Krishna. So, Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2. Which are the verses?
19, 20, 20.
19, 20, 21.
Yes, 19, 20, and 21. So we'll start reading that. Verse number 19. Yenam veti handaram yaschainam manyade haram bhautau na vijanito dayam handi na hanyate. Yenam veti handaram yaschainam manyade haram bhautau na vijanito Nayam handi nahanyade. Yayenam veti handaram yaschainam manyade hadam bhautau na vijanido nayam handi nahanyade. Hare Krishna. Hare Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Krishna Prabhu.
या एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतं भवतो न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते।
Right. Yes, Renuka Mataji.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतं उभौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Yes, Sundara.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतं उभौ तौ न विजानीतौ नायं हन्ति न हन्यते।
Okay, right. Ramya Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Ramya Mataji, can read?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
ओम नमो भगवते
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अंधवन य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Okay, Hare Krishna, right. Renukamaji, you can read the translation.
Okay. He who thinks that the living entity is the slayer or that he is slain does not understand. One who is in knowledge knows that the self slays not, nor is slain.
Okay, right. Next verse 20. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयात् अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो धान्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयात् अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो धान्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयात् अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो धान्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। हरि प्रभु।
हरे प्रभु। न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयात् अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे।
हरे कृष्ण। राइट, रेणुकामाजी।
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः अशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्ते हन्यमाने शरीरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Right, thank you. Yes, Chandra.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
न जायते म्रियते व कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता न भूय व न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Right, Remyamaji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे।
Okay, you can read the translation also.
For the soul there is never birth nor death, nor having once been does he ever cease to be. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, undying and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Hare Krishna
Okay.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Verse 21. Veda vinashinam nityam yenam ajamavyayam kadam sa purusha partha na khadayadi handikam Veda vinashinam nityam yenam ajamavyayam kadam sa purusha partha kam ghadayadi handikam Veda vinashinam nityam yenamajamavyayam katam sa purusha partha kam ghadayadi handikam. Yes, Jai Prabhu.
वेदा विनाशीनं नित्यं येनमजं अव्ययं कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ तं घातयति हन्तिकम्।
Hare Krishna. Redukamaji.
वेद विनाशेन नित्यं य एनम् अजम् अव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Yes, Chandra.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
Veda vinashinam nityam ya enamajam avyayam kadam sa purusha partha kam khadayati hantikam kam ghadayati hantikam.
Right.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Nemaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Veda vinashinam nityam ya enamajam avyayam kadam sa purusha partha kam gadayati handikam. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Chandra, you can read the translation.
Okay, Prabhu. Oh, Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, unborn,
Indestructible,
unborn,
Eternal,
and immutable, kill anyone or cause anyone to kill. Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, Krishna is explaining in detail, in very much big to Arjuna, the nature of the soul and nature of the body. But more emphasis is given on soul, because soul is more important, and soul has got a lot more qualities than body has. Body doesn't have a quality, actually. But soul has a lot of eternal qualities, transcendental qualities. So the focus is on soul only, so that when you get more knowledge about soul, you get a liking for soul. Then we are eternal. So I'm talking about Krishna is talking about me only, ourselves only, and we are eternal. We are always ever present, indestructible, immutable, cannot be slain. So many things we are learning about soul. Then we feel very proud, because other times we feel that we are just bodies, and we are always concerned with the body luxuries and body sorrows and pains, pressures. And ultimately what happens, although we pretend to be an enjoyers, inside we are always very miserable. We don't think very much high of ourselves. We know that ultimately we are very what do you call low type, not very proud of ourselves. So many faults, so many mistakes, full of temporary and very bad qualities, you might say, temporary qualities. So you are not very satisfied with yourself. You're not very happy with yourself. Although some people pretend to be very happy and very sure of themselves, and they're very happy themselves the way they are. Actually, nobody is satisfied. But when you see that, when you learn that you are not this body, you are the soul, and the soul has got so many eternal qualities, then you start feeling happy that I am something eternal. I'm not this temporary decaying body. So last verse, Krishna is speaking about Andavanda ime deha nitya sosa sharina avinashi aprameya satasma yudyasya bharata. Having understood that body is temporary and the soul is eternal, having known that body cannot be maintained forever, someday it will go, definitely it will go. Nobody can stop. Because before that, Krishna has said that nasado vidyado bhavo vidyade bhavo na bhavo vidyade sadaha. Body is temporary, always subject to change. And since there is a beginning, there is always an end. Since there is a birth, there is always a death. So that is temporary. And when it is temporary, what is the point being very miserable about, why lamenting about that? So you don't have to lament about the bodies of Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, and the cousins. One day they're bound to go. In fact, Krishna says later that I already killed them. You just become a tool only in my hands. Nimitta matam bhava sabyasaji. You be a cause only. You can be the cause of this destruction. But ultimately, I am doing the ultimate causes myself. So, having known that the body cannot be maintained and soul can now be killed, you have to do your duty. If you do your duty properly, dharma, that will lead to knowledge, and knowledge will ultimately give you liberation, will give you the liberation. So there are two types of ignorance. What are the two types of ignorance? In previous verse, Srila Prabhupada explains there are two types of ignorance. What are the two types of ignorance? Which is the first one? When somebody asks you who we are, what will you say? Renuga Maji, what will you say?
Prabhu,
Yes.
can I tell?
Yes, please.
We are Saul.
We are?
Saul.
We are Saul. Yeah, we are Saul. But what is the ignorance? Ajnana. We are Saul is knowledge. What is nescience? Ignorance.
We are body.
We are body. We think that we are bodies. Exactly. We think that we are body, and that is ignorance about our real position. We are Saul, we are eternal, but we consider ourselves to be body. So that is one ignorance. What is the second ignorance? What is the second ignorance? The higher ignorance, or actually it's a lower ignorance only. We consider ourselves to be higher. Yeah, yes, people.
We are God, like that.
We are God, yes. Somebody thinks we are God. So some people, they identify the soul with the body, and some people identify the soul with God. Actually, it is a three-tier. Body is the lowest. Soul comes higher than body, and Krishna, super soul, is higher than soul. But some people, they first identify with the lower energy of Krishna, the inferior energy of Krishna, which is body, and do all those, nasty things, unnecessary things, unwanted things, indulging in so many varieties of enjoyment, which will ultimately lead to more and more bondage. Other people, they know that this is going to cause us bondage, that they don't like this material life. They want to be away from material life. They want to be free of material life. They want to be free of material life. And the one way of according to the ultimate way of being free from material life is to understand that you are God Himself. They feel that since when you are God, then there is no longer a danger of again associated with the body. They fear the body. They have a great fear for body. They have great fear for material existence. So to escape from that material existence, they feel that actually we are God only, but somehow or other the God has fallen to, in a sense, God has gone into illusion. Is it possible? Is it possible for God to be illusioned?
No.
No, Prabhu.
No. What is the name of Krishna, which indicates that he doesn't fall down like us?
Achyuta.
Yes, Achyuta. He doesn't fall down. So Krishna will now fall down. But they say that somehow or another, by Maya, the soul has identified and split into so many jivas. But when the knowledge comes in, then everything will be okay. We'll be back. We'll regain our godly status. That is foolishness number one. So these are the two types of ignorance. Then Krishna says that when you are free from the ignorance, when you are very sure about yourself, when you are very well firmly established in your original position of being a soul and being a servant of Krishna, then you can discharge your duties related to body. Because Vaishnavas, the people who are really bhaktas, who really know the position, they are not afraid of material life. they don't want to escape from a body. At the same time, they don't want to indulge in body also. Some people, the karmis, they indulge in body, sense gratification. Jnanis, they want to escape from body, get rid of body. But Vaishnavas, real devotees, or people who are really in knowledge, they neither decry for body, nor they enjoy the body. They don't want to be free from body, or neither they don't want to enjoy the body also. Everything has got its utility. So, according to the for this Vaishnavas, body can be used, can be utilized for rendering devotional service to Krishna. So that way, the body is useful. The body given to us is very useful. And another way of achieving jnana is to do your, suppose you are not totally into 24 hours devotee, then what you can do is establish yourself very, very firmly in your varna, whichever it is, and do your prescribed duties, and then the jnana will settle, and then be free. So that's what Krishna says in verse number 18. He says, Andavande me deha nitya sosa sharina avinashino aprameyasya tasmat yudhyasu bharata. So discharge, do your duty, Arjuna. That means you're supposed to engage in battle, and when you are engaged in battle, you will kill somebody. So Arjuna says, I am going to kill Krishna, I am going to kill somebody. You ask me to do your duty, which is of Kshatriya, and if I do that, I'll kill so many persons. So that will be very bad, isn't it? So to answer that, Krishna is saying this 19th verse, he says that, Yaenam vedhihattaram yaschainam manyade hadam. One who thinks that I am the slayer, the soul is a slayer, soul is a killer, or one who thinks that the soul is being killed, neither of them are in correct knowledge. They are not in knowledge. Because the soul is neither a killer nor being killed. No, it is killed. It is a body that is being killed. So just because, but there's a danger here, just because you know that you understand now that the body is, the soul is eternal and soul can now be killed. Only body is killed. What is the harm in just destroying bodies in that case? Somebody may argue like that. Let's kill all the bodies. Whatever bodies we like to consume, why not kill those bodies and enjoy? Like killing so many animals, hens, goats, cows, pigs, whatever. For our enjoyment, why not kill all those animals? Because inside the pig, inside the horse, inside the cow, inside the hen, inside the goat, everything is a soul, and that soul is not killed. That's always eternal. So what is the harm in just when doing some harm to bodies and ultimately killing it? So that is it. The knowledge that your soul and soul is not killed is not a reason for unnecessarily creating violence, unnecessarily indulging animal slaughter. That will be later in the 21st verse. Krishna said, but that violence has to be used for a particular cause, for a particular purpose. There is always a purpose for doing anything. Without any purpose, unnecessarily, if you are destroying bodies, that is not sanctioned by Vedas. That is not sanctioned by Shastras. So, anyway, Krishna says that the soul is not killed, nor is a killer. Then in the next verse, he gives so many other qualities, so many qualities of, so he says that, na jayade mriyade va kadajin, nayam bhutva bhavida va nakuya. The soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He does not come into being, does not, he has not come into being, it does not come into being, and will not come into being. It is There is no past, there is no present, no future for the soul. Because something that has come into being, something that is born or coming to being for the first time, naturally there will be an end for that also. But soul, it's not like that. So here you can see the basic difference between the matter, body, and the soul, energy, higher energy. We have described, we have explained in the previous classes, the matter undergoes 6 changes. Which are the 6 changes? Anyone knows?
The
Yes,
change
Maharaja, you can speak.
of body.
Can you speak loudly, please?
First, a person is born into the womb of a mother.
Yes,
Then it grows up
yes,
and it passes through so many stages.
yes,
It produces,
yes,
they produce other changes like getting children and all. And
yes,
after that, gradually the body fades away.
yes,
Old age and death.
yes, yes. So these are the 6 changes. First, it comes into being, Jayade. Then it stays for some time. Like Mother says, going through different stages. So that is Asti. Then Vardade, it grows for some time. Then Viparanamate, Viparamanade. Viparamanade means producing byproducts like children. And 5th, it Abakshiyade, it dwindles. And last, Nashyadi, Vinashyadi means it is destroyed. Finally, the body comes to an end. So the soul is exactly opposite. First the body comes into being, Jayade. Here it says Na Jayade. The first difference. Matter comes into being, soul does not come into being, Na Jayade. Then Asti, different stages they have been, it stays for some time. It is Na Bhavida. No, it doesn't. Present also is not there. Asti means existing in the present. Existing in the present. Bhavida means, Na Bhavida means it doesn't come into present also. It doesn't come into existence in the present time also. Then third one is Vardade. In matter, Vardade increases in size. Bhuya, another meaning of Bhuya is increasing in size. But the soul doesn't increase in size. It stays one place. It stays in one size. That is why it is called Kutastha. It is sometimes it's known as Kutastha. So there's 3. So Jayade, Na Jayade, Asti, Na Bhavida, Vardade, Na Bhuya. Then what? Viparanamade. It is called Purana. Purana means it doesn't have any, it is original, doesn't have any byproducts, Prana. So, opposite of this Viparanamade is Purana. Purana means without transformation. So, Purana actually means without transformation. Viparanamade means transformation. We are transformed to children, byproducts, so many byproducts are there. So, opposite of Viparanamade is Purana. Purana means no transformation. And then what? It is Vinashyadi. Sorry, Abakshiyade. Abakshiyade means dwindles. Opposite of Abakshiyade is Shashwada. Shashwada means does not decay. See, Ajo Nityam Shashadoyam Purano. Ajo Nityam Shashadoyam Purano. Shashwada means one doesn't decay. Abakshiyade means once that decay. Decay means getting dwindled. Losing all the energies. When you become old age, you lose lot of energies. You lose your hair. You lose your teeth. Your eyesight becomes poor. Your hearing also becomes very low, and your beset with so many, you begin stooping, you are bereft of energies. So there is abhakshiyade, but shashvata means that's always remaining one place, doesn't decay. And the last one is that vinashyati. Vinashyati means this, but here it says namriyade, namriyade, najayade mriyade. So the 6 kinds of changes which you find matter, exactly the 6th thing you can see in this verse, which is pertaining to the soul. The soul, so therefore the soul is bereft of these 6 changes which constitutes the matter or the body. So these are the 6 changes. And another quality of soul is that it's always full of knowledge and full of consciousness. The soul knows about itself and knows about outside itself, other than itself, like Prakriti. Soul is knowledgeable about Prakriti also. Kshetrajna, in 13th verse, you'll find Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna means one who knows the real constitution of the body, comprising of 24 elements. So it knows, it is knowledge about this knowledge which is outside the self. Then it is as knowledge about self also. So the soul has got 2 kinds of knowledges. It is knowledgeable. And then it is conscious also, very always conscious. Its presence is always, you can make out. Srila Prabhupada gives an example of sun. Sun sometimes may be covered by fog or cloud. And when it is covered by cloud or fog, the sun is not visible. But the light of sun creeps through this covering. Then you can see the light. You can understand the small light is there, and from this light, we can understand that the sun is present. That it is daytime, it's not night. Sun is not completely absent. It is only for the temporary, for time being, it is covered by fog or mist or some cloud. Like that, the soul is always aware because of its consciousness. It is conscious. It is conscious about the body, as well as conscious about itself also. Then Prabhupada mentions the consciousness is also of 2 types. There are 2 types of consciousness: individual consciousness and universal consciousness. Individual consciousness pertain to individual soul residing in individual bodies. Everyone has got body, isn't it? A dog has a body, cat has a body, we have bodies. And inside each body, which we get through our karma, and the soul, individual soul is residing. So the individual soul is residing in individual body, while the super soul, Krishna, in the form of super soul, is residing in all the bodies. That is why it's called universal soul. It is pervading everywhere. It's pervading, it's spreading itself everywhere. So this pervading quality is called the super soul. But individual soul doesn't have this pervading. It's not pervading everywhere. It is sarvagada. Sarvagada means it is going through all the species. It is going through so many planets, so many Brahmandans, roaming through his Brahmandas, roaming through his so many 84 lakh species. That's why everywhere you can find this. But super soul means it pervades everywhere. Even the little atom, Andandarastha Paramanu Chayandarastam. Brahma Samhita says, Andandarastha Paramanu Chayandarastam. In every little atom, super soul pervades. So these 2 types of consciousness. One consciousness is relating to the soul, individual soul. Another consciousness is super soul. Chandra, are you understanding? Chandra, are you grasping? Any difficulty? Any difficulty? Because you know all those things in previous classes.
No, Prabhu.
No problem means you are not finding a difficulty. No difficulty.
Yes, Prabhu.
No difficulty. I mean, difficulty is there or difficulty is not there. Is it difficult or is not difficult?
Not difficult, Prabhu.
Not difficult. Well, very good. You are intelligent. That's why it's not. That's easy for you. Not difficult means easy. Is it very easy? Easily you understand difference between soul and super soul. Difference between soul and body. So you have to understand the difference between soul and body and understand the difference between soul and super soul. The body is not conscious. It is not conscious. It is dead matter. The soul is conscious. But individual soul has got individual consciousness. It is called Anu. It is called Anu. And super soul has got super consciousness, universal consciousness, which is called Vibhu. So Anu and Vibhu. Anu means individual soul. Vibhu means super soul. So that difference is there between these two types of souls. And Krishna being a teacher and Arjuna is presently is playing his role. Actually, Arjuna is a great devotee of Krishna. He is never in illusion. But now he plays the role of a person who is in illusion for our benefit, for our understanding. So Arjuna is raising so many questions as if he's in illusion. And because of that questions, Krishna is explaining detail. And when Krishna is explaining everything in detail, we are getting knowledge. So we are benefited. So Krishna is a teacher here. Arjuna is a soul who has forgotten. Forgetful soul. Arjuna is not the forgetful soul. Krishna is a teacher. And since there is a difference between this forgetful soul and the alert soul, super soul, then only the process of teaching will take place. If both are the same platform, can teaching take place? If you are as knowledgeable as your teacher, can teaching take place? No.
No, Prabhu.
No. Right. So that is why if there is a teaching can be said, there should be one person who is ignorant, another person who is knowledgeable. According to the Mayavadi philosophy, which we explained in the verse 12, they say that ultimately there is no, everyone is the same. All things are same. There is no individual soul. Then why is Krishna explaining this? Why natvameyoham na jadunasam natvam neme jana, I, you, this all those things separately. If Krishna is a knowledge that everything is one only, same and only, one and same and only, there is no individual soul, there is only one soul, then why Krishna is teaching like that? So that is nonsense. That is stupidity. Why they want to claim there's only one universal one? Because then everybody is the same platform. Of course, qualitatively, the soul is individual soul is as good as a super soul. Only quantitatively, like we explained Anu Vibhu concept, there's a difference. So having explained that, Krishna then says the next verse, Veda Vinashanam Nityam Yenam Ajamabhyayam. If the soul is Aja, Abhyaya, and Avinashna, all these qualities, what is called indestructible, always existing, and Ajam, unborn, Abhyayam means immutable, all these qualities of the day, then how can somebody kill or being killed or cause anyone to kill? How can anyone kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? Means ask somebody to kill somebody. So that is not there. But then war has to take place. War is there. And there is a purpose or benefit of war also, because you can eliminate irreligious elements like Duryodhana. So many irreligious elements are there who are against the principles of religion, adharmis. So the adharmis can be eliminated by an authority. Now, if you have to remove this adharmi, somebody has to tell you that that person is religious. Then you have to know what is dharma and adharma. So only in complete knowledge only you can act. Whatever way you want to act, you have to be in knowledge. And knowledge is given by an authority. So there should always be an authority to tell you what to do. So Krishna is authority here, and Krishna is asking Arjuna to engage in warfare and kill others, which means it is based on the principles of religion, principles of dharma. So if Arjuna acts according to Krishna, he cannot be blamed for killing others, and he will not be subject to sinful reactions, which he was being afraid of. He was fearing that I'll be subject to sinful reactions. Sinful reactions will overpower me. So if it is under instruction of the supreme authority of Krishna, Krishna is the supreme authority. It's not just like another person. He's a supreme authority. So if you're acting under supreme authority, then you will not be held responsible for that act. Like in war, if the captain or the general asks a soldier to shoot the enemy soldiers, and he shoots them and kills so many people, he becomes a hero, isn't it? He's acting under the order of his captain, and he's killing so many persons, and he get appreciated. He's being awarded some military awards. The same person, he comes back on leave or vacation to his hometown, or some place he goes, and he picks up a quarrel with somebody and kills that person. Will he be honored? Will he be honored for doing this? Or can he got scot-free? Nothing will happen to him. What will happen? Suppose I kill somebody, my neighbor, I kill another neighbor. What will police do? Police will congratulate me for doing this. What do you think?
The police will arrest her.
Yes, police will arrest you because you have done a crime. When you are killing somebody on your own, then that is a crime. And because of the crime, you will be arrested. And you will be hanged also sometimes. And Krishna says that suppose there is a crime, somebody kills someone, naturally it's always better that person should be hanged. Nowadays, people say that the hanging, capital punishment should be done away with, should be scrapped. And in so many countries, capital punishment is not awarded. But according to Manu Samhita, you have to give capital punishment. Otherwise, if you are not being awarded death sentence, then in your next life, you're going to suffer very severe consequences of that. Very severe consequences. So if a king orders a criminal to be hanged, it is actually the mercy of the king rather than king being cruel or king being very hard. So king actually showing mercy only if somebody he executes a criminal. Because if that is not done, in the next life he will suffer heavy consequences. But here, if you are, that is why here says, if you are acting on your own without authority, then naturally you have to pay the price for that. You'll be tried here, you'll be punished by the court. But Arjuna knows this very well, and he agrees finally in the 18th chapter to abide by the instruction of Krishna and do his duty of Kshatriya and participate in the war and come out victorious. It's by the instruction of Krishna. So Everything has got its utility. Violence has its utility. Like example given by Srila Prabhupada is a surgeon's knife. Knife can be used to kill someone. Knife can be used to kill someone. At the same time, the same knife in the hands of a surgeon, a doctor, it can save a life. The same knife which is used to kill someone, which is in the hands of a criminal, it is used for killing someone. But in the hands of a doctor or a surgeon, it is used to save someone. Ultimately, the knife is the same. But the purpose for which it is, that is more important. So the purpose of action may be same, but the purpose, the consciousness behind the action is that which gives you liberation or bondage. If it is done under the knowledge, full knowledge of Shastras and the instruction of authority Krishna, then it will lead to liberation. If it is done whimsically on your own, then to create bondage. So that is a understanding we are getting right from all these verses. So I hope that you understood this nicely. If there is any questions, any clarification you want to raise, please go ahead. Renuka Mataji, you finding Malayalam to be comfortable or English to be more comfortable?
English, because I don't understand many of the words in Malayalam.
Words of Malayalam. So good. You can tell some of your friends also, invite your old people know Radha Mataji, Vimala Mataji. If they are interested, they can also join. I don't know whether they're interested in spiritualism. Oh, there is in Chennai, there is Bama. Bama, I think that she's interested, I think, somewhat.
Yes.
You can ask Dr. Bama Mataji also to participate.
Saras has told you about
Huh?
our friends. Saras has told you about all our friends.
Yeah, husband. Yeah. So husband not in favor. He's not in favor. He's not favorable.
No, Saras has told you about all our friends. No?
Yes, Saras. Cheche told me every one of them. But Cheche also asked them to come. Now, if you're also starting, then there are two of you. No. Previously, only Cheche was requesting, why don't you come? Now you are attending the classes. I hope that you are liking the classes. You are getting some knowledge. And when you are convinced that understanding and learning Bhagavad Gita is good for yourself, and with that conviction, you can ask these people, your friends. So you will be doing a favor only if you do that. Because ultimately, everyone has to understand Bhagavad Gita, and by understanding Bhagavad Gita, you should know that who you are. Understanding yourself, which is more important. If you're departing from this body without this knowledge, you may not get the same opportunity in the next life. So if you have the knowledge and if you are learning that, then like a Vaishnava, if he wants something nice, good knowledge and all that, he like to share with others. So please invite them. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Okay, Ravi Prabhu, you can render Narasimha Kirtan.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadaine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Daye Narsimho Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye Tava Karakamalagare Natham Madhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Vishnam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyam Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Vishnam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyam Jai Narsimha Sri Narsimha Jai Jai Sri Narsimha Pela Desa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhinga Sri Narsimha Jai Narsimha Jai Jai Sri Narsimha Pela Desa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhinga Sri Narsimha Devan Ki Jai
Jai. Siddha Bhakti Vinanashakari Shri Narasimha Dev Bhagwan ki.
Jai.
Vaishnava Bhakti Shesh Pada Maharaj ki.
Jai.
So happy, Ravi. You have learned that also. Very nice. Very good. Right. Vancha Kalpadrubhascha Kripa Sindhuvi Ananda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namacharya Das Thakur ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Renuka Mataji can also learn the Kirtan. First Kirtan Jayarada Madhava and last one we are after last Narasimha Kirtan also.
Excuse me, Prabhuji, could you send me the words of this
Lyrics. Okay, I'll send you. I'll send you lyrics. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. See you. Okay, Saturday there is no class because of Friday we have a Janmashtami celebrations this day. So Saturday there will be no class. Next class will be on Tuesday only. Okay.